Alrighty, folks. Welcome on back to Lost Odyssey. Last time we went in and talked to the council, and they basically told us to go to Grand Staff and figure out what's going on, and then kicked us out. So let's figure out what we need to do from here. No one is allowed without an official summons from the council. Yeah, we just did that. Apparently we look pale. So yeah, this is telling us to go over to the inn. What do you got for me? Highlands of Wool wiped out by a meteor. I think we talked to these guys, didn't we? The councilman is a sharp man. He's been holding the reins. Yeah, I think we talked to these guys already. Cool. Well, I'm going to move on then. Of course, none of those had anything. What about these ones? Nope, I can't even get to that wall. Hey, I can tell you a secret. There wasn't any magic when my grandpa was a kid. That's interesting. I like it, though. That's interesting. All right, Windleaf Seal. The Magic Industrial Revolution is really something. We lived a completely different lives before it came along. The Magic Industrial Revolution has sure made life easier, but it's also a massive effect on nature. Yep. Yeah, can you imagine going from having no magic to having magic to like completely and utterly relying on magic? That would be a massive change. I'm searching for my husband. He belongs to the 98th Armored Magic Troopers. I heard his unit was sent into battle with Kent. I'm still hopeful, but... Wait, don't I have a... Oops. Don't I have a thing? Yeah, I have a nameplate. What do I do with the nameplate? All right. Can I talk to the cat? Of course I can't talk to the cat. Why would I be able to talk to the cat? Ooh, 100G. I'll take it. And you, sir? Or is that a ma'am? Lord Gongora, a member of the council, is also an expert in magic energy. No one can match him on the subject or in its use. Good to know. Another seed. Beautiful. Hey, puppers. I can just make him bark. They say magic energy brought the tragedy of Highlands. That really worries me. Yeah, I think it did too. Everyone was scared of magic power in the beginning. Looks like all the things it's done, turning wild animals into monsters, is the least of it. And magic energy is frightening stuff, but it's also very powerful. The movement responsible for the research into applied magic is what created the Magic Industrial Revolution. Have I talked to you? Yes. No. Actually, I didn't. The greatest wizard, they say his political enemies fear to move against him because of the power he wields. Okay. And we did talk to you, right? Weak magic existed for a long time, but it's only been 30 years since strong magic appeared. The Sea of Boss has always been dangerous. Now it's infested with monsters. Magic has drastically altered the ecosystem. Docile beasts turn into raging monsters practically overnight. Hi, puppers. Are you barking at this crate vase thing that I can get some whetstones out of? Thank you for showing me there were whetstones there. Wait a minute. There's a thing here. For some more gold. Actually, I'm not sure it's called gold. It might be called like Gil or just G or something like that. Yeah, we already talked to her. Regular folks can't go anywhere near the Sea of Boss. All that's left now is a military facility. Those council types only say things that make them look good. Listen to the talk in a few of the bars. You'll quickly find out the truth. All right, so there's an entrance here that I'm not sure where it goes. I want to finish off the street first, though. There's a lot of people here. This is the main street. You can take care of your shopping along with anything else that you might need. Things were good when old Zeph was king. There's been something wrong with the country since it became a republic. Yeah, like the fact that it's not actually a republic. Oh my, you look worn out. There's an inn just over there. Get yourself some rest and a proper bed. I think this is the inn. One of these three is the inn. This is Sparkus Arms and Armor. Cool. Is there anything that I can take? No, and it doesn't look like he's here either. All right, let's talk to the guard. Hey, guard. The owner of this store often goes traveling to find quality items. I appreciate his enthusiasm, but when we can't shop while he's away, that upsets me. Yeah, I could understand that. That does sound like that would be annoying. All right, is this the inn then? Oops, I missed the door. This is the inn. Vernos Tavern. All right, we're going to come back here. Did I talk to you? Yep. He talks about the king. There's another cat. I really wish you could pet them, but... Oh my, you look worn out. There's an inn just over there. Oh, we read that one. King Zepha ruled Ura until 12 years ago. After the queen's death, he just couldn't bring himself to care about politics any longer. Yeah, I can understand losing your wife and not caring anymore. King Zepha was loved and respected by the people even after the monarchy came to an end, but dying in such a fashion, that's bound to create some nasty rumors. What? Dying in what fashion? The husband of the young woman next door hasn't come back from the battlefield. What a shame. They were such a lovely couple. I wonder what Lord Tolton, son of King Zepha, is doing now. I can't imagine it's been easy for him, always being compared to his magnificent father. Yeah, can you imagine being a prince and constantly on that pedestal? It's often said that magic power has made life easier for everyone, but I'd like to know what caused this power to suddenly appear. The magic energy has made life easier. Everything you see here in Ura is thanks to the blessing of the magical industrial revolution. The war is finally over, but at such a cost to our fellow countrymen. All right, there's something in here. Interesting. Almost makes you feel sorry for Gongora. Almost. So this is the inn. So then, yeah, we definitely don't want to be here yet. So then what's the tavern? Let's go back to the tavern and explore it. That went to the door a lot better and faster than I was anticipating. All right, what do we got going on in here? The council's telling us we have won the war, but can it really be called a victory at the cost of this many lives? I can take your order, or perhaps I convince you to treat me to something. I'm good for now, thanks. 100G. My son-in-law went to the Highlands of Wool. We don't know what's happened to him. My grandchildren are still so little. Huh. Can I examine it like in the middle? No, it's going to play either a low or a high note at this point. The fact that we can examine that, though, leads me to believe that we're going to need to do something with it. Just between you and me, I think Gongora is the one who killed King Zepha. The magic industrial revolution is the proof. There have always been rumors that King Zepho was assassinated. If that's true, then my money is on Chairman Roxian. All right, so we've got 1 vote for the chairman, and we've got 1 vote for Gongora. There we go. The Kent's attack has been repelled, but our forces have been devastated. What's going to happen to us? That is an excellent question. The war is over, but this hard time continues. Bah, how about a drink to help you forget for a while? I can't even say, like, yes or no. Just nothing. There's a couple more vases up here. So you're the immortal who survived the Highlands of Wool incident. Are you even human? I don't know. I would love to know the answer to that question. All right, we get an Aqua Bomb. And we get a seed. What does the Aqua Bomb do? I think it does light water element to 1 enemy. Oh, I thought it was multiple enemies. Okay. That's fine. Apparently, Gotza in the north is pulling the strings behind the Kent attack. I guess eventually they'll attack Ura directly. Those beastly Kent must have attacked Ura to take our magic industries. All right. There's a lot of interesting background lore going on currently. A lot of interesting background lore. All right. Let's finish exploring the street if we can. The Central Station Square. Hey, wait, I've already been through here. I was just at the station, but the monorail and taxis are all stopped. How am I supposed to get to the Great Gate? We've been through here, right? Yeah. All right, cool. That makes things a little easier. You were at the Highlands of Wool, weren't you? My son was in the battle too. Do you know him? Is he still alive? I don't know. What was your son's name? I have a nameplate. There's a park a bit down this road. You'll run into Gongora's mansion if you just keep going a bit after that. If you're heading to Central Station, make a turn at the T intersection over there. And that was behind us. That T intersection was. More gold. Another seed. Excellent. The industrial area that sprawls below is the crown symbol of the magical industrial revolution. The people who live here make the lavish lifestyle of Ura possible. 3 whetstones. That woman's son died at the Highlands of Wool. I hope my own son and nephew are okay. I haven't heard anything from them. He's such a lively boy. I can't keep up with him at my age. See, okay, so here's where that nameplate comes into effect. I sent this charm off with my son. I can only mean one thing. I knew it. I was kidding myself before, really, but I knew it. This was my grandfather's nameplate, a souvenir from a war long ago that miraculously survived. He told me that a fellow soldier saved his life in the war, but I suppose his nameplate wasn't enough to do the same for my son. Thank you for taking the trouble to bring this to me. There are so many families in this war with nothing to remember their departed by. It may not be much, but I want you to have this. I hope you make it to retirement, soldier. 2 poison oils. Wait, does that mean I can make poison rings now? I can make wind rings. I can almost make poison rings. I need sticky tape. All right. You have anything to say to me, kid? I was supposed to go shopping with Mom today, but she suddenly changed her mind. No one else is here today. The park is ours. That's actually a really interesting thing to have in a park. I wonder what you do with it. Ooh, kitty. Why can't you do anything with the cats, but you can make the dogs bark? All right. I got some healing medicine. Can I, like, kick the ball or anything? Ooh, I can. That's okay. That's actually kind of cool that you can do that. All right, let's get this poster. Magma fragments. I think we can almost make a fire ring. We can either almost make one or we can make one. And we got some cold water stone. Another seed. Yeah, these things are all over the place. So if you see me miss one, please let me know. I can't guarantee that I'll be able to go back and get it, but it would at least be nice to know that I am missing things. Because right now I have no idea. Wind bomb. All right, so that's wind damage in an item. Lieutenant Argonar, is it? Councilman Gongora is currently serving his suspension. I believe you have your own mission to handle, yes? Yes. Sorry, but no one is allowed through here. Use the detour over there. All right. I'm guessing there's nothing. Yeah, I don't think there's anything there for us to get. So let's go this way. There's puppers. I don't know if we're supposed to be here yet. Gongora's Mansion Garden. All right. So there's a big giant carriage. There's a save point. Yeah, I don't think we're supposed to be here yet. But we'll save real quick. Woot. All right, what do you two have to say for yourselves? By direct orders from the council, no one is allowed to see Gongora. Give it up and go away. Lord Gongora is not seeing anyone at this time. Try again tomorrow. And I'm betting I can't do anything with this thing. Yep, nope. Cool. Well, that was a trip for a save point. Let's get back to the inn and see what's going on there. Okay, time to talk to people. I expect no less from the capital of Ura. Everything's so big, and check out all the magical engines. I haven't been back to this city for many years. The magic engines are all new, but these stone buildings and roads haven't changed at all. Well, that's nice to know. I'm not going to save just yet because we just saved. I am going to grab this here antidote. And this here seed. Excellent. I don't know if I can go into these rooms or not. It's locked. Oh, that one's open. Is there anything in here is the question. There's a bed. I can't go behind the door. So, no. Cool. What about this room? Well, this room at least has someone in it. Have you been in Ura for a long time? This is my first time. I'm looking for a job to make something out of my life. So you're not going to get mad that I just, walked into your hotel room? Ooh. A bookshelf. What do we got? Guest book. To our dear guests, do you have any questions, comments, or suggestions? Kindly write them down here. We came here for our honeymoon. We'll never forget this experience of a lifetime. We'll treasure it forever. Thank you. It rained the whole time. How could I have any fun? It's just like bad weather just follows me around. The soldiers were loud and everything was so expensive. I just want to go home. At least the girl was really cute and her food was good. This was my first time in the city. It's been an interesting and meaningful trip. I'd like to visit again. I came here to send my son off to the army. He's such a kind-hearted boy. I'm worried that he won't fit in with those military types. I just pray that he'll be back safe. I rode on the monorail. I saw the castle. I played with the dog. I'm going to go to my grandma's house tomorrow. I can't wait. That's awesome. Is that the only book in that bookshelf? I think it is. Ooh, 100G in the cabinet. This is a JRPG. You got to explore like everything. If you don't, you miss stuff. An Ura street map. Great Gate, downtown Ura, the palace, transportation in Ura. The Great Gate. This magnificent structure serves as the entrance to the city of Ura, as well as providing protection from enemies. The monorail station has now become an essential part of Ura's transportation and is one of the blessings from the magical Industrial Revolution. Downtown. The beautiful sights of Main Street are the most memorable part of Ura. The charmingly authentic Flagstone Boulevard melds seamlessly with the wonders of modern magic engine technology to create a wonderful blend of old and new Ura in one unique view. The Palace. Even under Ura's modern Republican government, the palace's majestic exterior continues to loom over Ura. Rebuilt as part of the magical Industrial Revolution, this symbolic structure continues to serve as one of the city's most recognizable buildings. Transportation. The monorail system is inexpensive and runs frequently, so it's your best choice for visiting downtown or the palace area. For those who prefer a more personal touch, magic taxis offer a high level of privacy. Some merchants even conduct their most important meetings inside. Ooh, interesting. Meetings in a moving car. I'd never even thought of something like that. Angel's Plume. And in the chest, we get Holy Knight's Charm. And the Holy Knight's Charm increases magical and physical defense during critical HP status. Sure, why not? We don't have anything there currently anyway, so we may as well put something, right? Okay, I think that's all for upstairs. Let's do a little bit of searching downstairs and see what we come up with. What are you doing at the back door here? You don't belong here. Get out. All right, I won't go to the back door then. We'll talk to the front desk. Welcome. The council has told me about you. Please enjoy your stay. Good morning. That bed looks really uncomfortable, but I bet it's fairly comfortable. Can you imagine having to put your fingers through those straps so you have individual digits, but that have metal plating on the back of them? Ooh. Yeah, That was a strange dream, Chaim. What's up? Chaim recalls a memory that was locked deep within his heart. That is one heck of a memory. Is it the same dream? So if I watch it, it's the same thing, right? Nope. The family members have tears in their eyes when they welcome Chaim back to the inn from his long journey. Thank you so much for coming. He understands the situation immediately. The time for departure is drawing near. Hanna's departure. Too soon, too soon. But still, he knows. This day would have to come sometime and not in the distant future. I might never see you again, she said to him with a sad smile when he left on his journey, her smiling face almost transparent in its whiteness, so fragile, and therefore incredibly beautiful as she lay in bed. May I see Hanna now? He asks. The innkeeper gives him a tiny nod and says, I don't think she'll know who you are, though. She hasn't opened her eyes since last night, he warns Chaim. You can tell from the slight movement of her chest that she's clinging to a frail thread of life, but it could snap at any moment. It's such a shame. I know you made a special point to come here for her. Another tear glides down the wife's cheek. Never mind. It's fine, Chaim says. He's been present at innumerable deaths, and his experience has taught him much. Death takes away the power of speech, first of all, then the ability to see. What remains alive to the very end, however, is the power to hear. Even though the person has lost consciousness, it is by no means unusual for the voices of the family to bring forth smiles or tears. Chaim puts his arm around the woman's shoulders and says, I have lots of travel stories to tell her. I've been looking forward to this my whole time on the road. Instead of smiling, the woman releases another large tear and nods to Chaim. And Hanna was so looking forward to hearing your stories. Her sobs almost drown out her words. The innkeeper says, I wish I could urge you to rest up from your travels before you see her, but Chaim interrupts his apologies. Of course, I'll see her right away. There's very little time left. Hanna, the only daughter of the innkeeper and his wife, will probably breathe her last before the sun comes up. Chaim lowers his pack to the floor and quietly opens the door to Hanna's room. Hanna was frail from birth. Far from enjoying the opportunity of travel, she rarely left the town or even the neighborhood in which she was born and raised. This child will probably not live to adulthood, the doctor told her parents. To this tiny girl with extraordinarily beautiful, doll-like features, the god has dealt an all too sad destiny. That they had allowed her to be born the only daughter of the keepers of such a small inn by the highway was perhaps one small act of atonement for such inequity. Hanna was unable to go anywhere, but the guests who stayed at her parents' inn would tell her stories of the countries and towns and landscapes and people that she would never know. Whenever new guests arrived at the inn, Hanna would ask them, Where are you from? Where are you going? Can you tell me a story? She would sit and listen to their stories with sparkling eyes, urging them on to new episodes with, and then, when they left the inn, she would beg them, please come back and tell me lots and lots of stories about faraway countries. She would stand there waving until the person disappeared far down the highway, give one lonely sigh, and go back to bed. Hanna is sound asleep. No one else is in this room, perhaps an indication that she has long since passed the stage when doctors can do anything for her. Chaim sits down in the chair next to the bed and says with a smile, Hello, Hanna, I'm back. She does not respond. Her little chest, still without the swelling of a grown woman, rises and falls almost imperceptibly. I went far across the ocean this time, he tells her. The ocean on the side where the sun comes up. I took a boat from the harbor way, way, way far beyond the mountains you can see from this window, and I was on the sea from the time the moon was perfectly round till it got smaller and smaller and then bigger and bigger until it was full again. There was nothing but ocean as far as the eye could see, just the sea and the sky. Can you imagine it, Hanna? You've never seen the ocean, but I'm sure people have told you about it. It's like a huge, big, endless puddle. That's an apt description of an ocean. Khayyam chuckles to himself, and it seems to him that Hanna's pale white cheek moves slightly. She can hear him, even if she cannot speak or see. Her ears are still alive. Believing and hoping this to be true, Khayyam continues with the story of his travels. He speaks words of parting. As always with Hanna, Cam smiles with a special gentleness. He is never shown to anyone else, and he goes on telling his tales with a bright voice, sometimes even accompanying his story with exaggerated gestures. He tells her about the blue ocean. He tells her about the blue sky. He says nothing about the violent sea battle that stained the ocean red. He never tells her about those things. Hanna was still a tiny girl when Khayyam first visited the inn, when she asked him, "Where are you from?" and "Will you tell me some stories?" with her childish pronunciations and innocent smile. Khayyam felt a soft glow in his chest. At the time, he was returning from a battle. More precisely, he had ended one battle and was on his way to the next. His life consisted of traveling from one battlefield to another, and nothing about that has changed to this day. He has taken the lives of countless enemy troops and witnessed the deaths of countless comrades on the battlefield. Moreover, the only thing separating enemies from comrades is the slightest stroke of fortune. He had the gears of destiny turned in a slightly different way. His enemies would have been comrades, and his comrades enemies. This is the fate of the mercenary. He was spiritually worn down back then and feeling unbearably lonely. As a professor of eternal life, Khayyam had no fear of death, which was precisely why each of the soldiers' faces distorted in fear, and why each face of a man who died in agony was burned permanently into his brain. Ordinarily, he would spend nights on the road drinking, immersing himself in the alcoholic stupor, or pretending to. He was trying to make himself forget the unforgettable. Then, however, he saw Hanna's smile as she begged him for stories about his long journey. He felt a far warmer and deeper comfort than he could ever obtain from liquor. He told her many things about how a beautiful flower he discovered on the battlefield, about the bewitching beauty of the mist filling the forest the night before the final battle, about the marvelous taste of the spring water in a ravine where he and his men had fled after losing a battle, about a vast, bottomless blue sky he saw after a battle. He never told her anything sad. He kept his mouth shut about the human ugliness and stupidity he witnessed endlessly on the battlefield. He concealed his position as a mercenary from her, kept silent regarding his reasons for travel constantly, and spoke only of the things that were beautiful, sweet, and lovely. He sees now that he told Hanna only beautiful stories of the road like this, not so much out of concern for her purity, but for his own sake. Staying in the inn where Hanna waited to see him turned out to be one of Khayyam's small pleasures in life. Telling her about the memories he brought back from his journeys, he felt some degree of salvation, however slight. 5 years, 10 years, his friendship with the girl continued. Little by little, she neared adulthood, which meant that, as the doctors had predicted, each day brought her that much closer to death. And now, Khayyam ends the last travel story he will share with her. He can never see her again and never tell her stories again. Before dawn, when the darkness of the night is at its deepest, long pauses enter into Hanna's breathing. The thrill thread of her life is about to snap as Kayam and her parents watch over her. The tiny light that has lodged in Kayam's breast will be extinguished. His lonely travels will begin again tomorrow. His long, long travels without end. You'll be leaving on travels of your own soon, Hanna, Kayam tells her gently. You'll be leaving for a world that no one knows, a world that has never entered into any of the stories you have heard so far. Finally, you'll be able to leave your bed and walk anywhere you want to go. You'll be free. He wants her to know that death is not sorrow, but a joy mixed with tears. It is your turn now. Be sure and tell everybody about the memories of your journey. Her parents will make that same journey someday, and someday Hanna will be able to meet all the guests she has known at the end, far beyond the sky. I, however, can never go there. I can never escape this world. I can never see you again. This is not goodbye. It is just the start of your journey. He speaks his final words to her. We'll meet again. His final lie to her. Hanna makes her departure. Her face is transfused with a tranquil smile, as if she had just said, "See you soon." Her eyes will never open again. A single tear glides slowly down her cheek. Wow. Just wow. Let's do this tutorial real quick. Kayam's mind is filled with lost pieces of past memories. Certain sights or conversations can bring these memories back in the form of dreams. To view episodes from 1,000 Years of Dreams again, rest at any inn or bed, or select them from the Start menu. You can view these episodes any number of times. When viewing an episode from 1,000 Years of Dreams, you can pause it by pressing the Start button, or cancel it by pressing the Back button. No, I do not want to view the tutorial real quick. Want to see what that... Whoops, more options. Nope. No, that's power options. Uh-huh. Here we go. Press those two to see achievements. All right, fine. Let's go into our achievements for Lost Odyssey. So, we just got The Dreamer Wakes. Unlock the first episode from 1,000 Years of Dreams. Excellent. Well, I am going to end today's episode off here. It went a little bit long. I did not expect that dream to be as powerful as that was. Yeah, I'm still having issues, not just processing that, but wow. And that was just the first memory you unlock. Like, what? Anyway, I'm going to end this episode off here. I hope you folks enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button down below. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing and checking out some of my other content. And as always, I will catch you folks in the next episode. Stay frosty out there.